Hey guys, Jennifer here. Today we are going to do a meditation focused on what we've talked about this month, a little bit of that grieving from attachment wounds, things that we didn't receive in our childhood. So I want to explain before we get started just a little bit of the neuroscience behind meditation, just because I know a lot of people aren't necessarily on board with meditation. Hey, it's a really difficult thing to do. It takes practice. So please, I want to explain to you why it's so important, because the practice is really worth it, even though there's challenges in the beginning. So research shows us that even short periods of meditation can help shift our brain and how we respond to stress. So it supports areas involved in attention, awareness, and also reduces the reactivity in parts of the brain that are more sensitive to stress. So over time, this practice can support better coordination between the thinking parts of the brain and the emotional and survival-based systems. So it helps the nervous system respond with more flexibility instead of just becoming overwhelmed when we are faced with those triggers and stressful situations. So remember, you do not need to do this perfectly. Simply just take a few minutes to slow down. You are already supporting your nervous system when you're doing that. So for this practice, we are gently going to make space for any grief that may be present without trying to move past it. Okay? So this is the part where I want you to begin to find a quiet position where you can be seated. Again, if we're on our mat, just folding up some sort of blanket and putting it directly under our sits bone to help support that strong, straight spine. And I just want you to begin to settle in and get comfortable in the position that you've chosen. So if it feels supportive, you can place a hand on your chest or somewhere else on your body that feels grounding. So I know for some of you also that is our feet, right? So maybe just give yourself a gentle foot massage right now. And gently bring your attention to your breath. We're not trying to change it too much. We're just noticing the natural rhythm of your inhale and exhale. Now, if it feels okay, bring to mind a recent moment where you noticed a sense of grief, sadness, or something harder to name. Sometimes that shows up as anger. Nothing overwhelming here. We're just bringing up enough to notice. So as you hold that moment lightly in your awareness, I want you to begin to notice what happens in your body. Is there heaviness, tightness, a sense of pressure or ache? And right now, there's no need to analyze it. We're just noticing, and that's enough. I want you to gently stay with that area of the body for just a couple more breaths. Let your attention rest there without needing it to change. Sometimes grief carries more than one feeling. You might notice sadness, but also anger, longing, or even confusion. See if there's space to allow whatever is there to be present just as it is. If it feels natural, you might quietly ask yourself, what feels like it was missing here? Or what did I need that I didn't receive? There's no need to find a clear answer, just notice what comes up. You might also notice if any part of you feels younger or more vulnerable in this moment. If so, simply acknowledging that part with some gentleness can be enough. Nothing needs to be fixed or changed. If at any point this feels like it's too much, you can gently bring your attention back to your breath or to the feeling of your body supported where you are. And then let yourself come back into the present moment. Before we finish, you might take one slightly deeper breath. Noticing your body as whole again. These feelings do not need to be resolved right now. Sometimes just the simple act of making space for them is part of the work. I want to thank you for spending a few minutes of your day with me. I hope this gives you something gentle to return to when grief returns to surface. I'll see you soon.